Again, this was 10%.
Yeah.
This is a 10% 957. That's what we're going to call this.
The 10% 957. Wait, so it should be a 9.57.
9.57. Welcome back, my good people, to our 957 10% project today. What is all this that we have going on the ground?
We've got a lot going on in front of us. We need to completely refresh this 135,000 mile, 13-year-old Porsche Cayenne. So we've got the full FC0 treatment going on here. So we've got all of our basic maintenance stuff. So we're going to be refreshing the transmission, the differential, transfer case, oil change, obviously. We don't know when any of that stuff has last been done to this.
You keep saying we, but if I remember, you said, I'm here for moral support, pizza and beer. I don't see the pizza and I don't see the beer.
It's early, man. It's like 9 a.m. I'll get you lunch, but I need some help because we realistically have to do this within the next 3 days.
And film DIYs?
Yeah, and we actually would like to make DIYs for all these things too. So, you know, in the last episode, we kind of showed some of the things that we know are wrong with the car. So 2 of the major things are in front of us that I really hope fix some of those problems. One of which being the vacuum pump. Me and vacuum pumps have a history. Like, I think you should change the vacuum pump on any car. Every time you do an oil change, just change your vacuum pump. As a mini R56 owner, I've had it cost me like 3 engines. The other thing is, obviously, this air suspension has left me stranded already. We have to drive this car to North Carolina in 3 days. I don't know if we left that part out, but we really need to be roadworthy. I'm kind of nervous about the air suspension situation. We have the valve block there, which has a sensor in it. And I think that's some of the ride height sensor issues / things not turning off and blowing hoses off situation. So hopefully that fixes that problem. Realistically, it's not a project if there's not a stupid deadline that you're trying to hit. And
yeah, this isn't even reality TV, and here we are, 3 days out.
So you start with brake stuff, I'll start with engine stuff. We'll kind of divvy up the work and hopefully we get it done.
Let's do it, baby.
The 957 Turbo came with massive 6-piston Brembos with 390mm rotors from the factory. Now, given the fact that this vehicle will be used for long trips towing a trailer and car, as well as fully armored like a tank, we expect to put those to good use. Lucky for us, our Zimmerman rotors and Techstar pads obviously come with our FCP lifetime replacement guarantee, making the inevitably frequent brake jobs on this truck all the more reasonable to maintain.
For fluids, we gave the dips and transfer case some fresh Licomoly ATF, and we expect to do this every 60,000 miles or so. They're all super easy to access and maintain. We hope to put these tips to work on the North Carolina and Colorado mountains soon. My taping was too superior. It was not supposed to come off.
All right, after some minor surgery to get the barbed piece out from the old one.
Oh yeah, baby. Ow, freaking hurt.
Did you punch that thing?
Yeah, I punched this thing. Look at that. Not even my car. Oh, she's having a baby? This ain't even my car. What movie is that?
Oh, so she having a baby right now? I guess I better get to the hospital then, huh?
Oh, yeah. Why you gotta be so mean? Bam. In like jam. That was bad. This one was the worst one. And these O-rings are pretty wasted. So either way, an upgrade, definitely not a downgrade.
We couldn't quite tell where the oil was coming from, but we did know that it was pooling at the oil filter cap. So we grabbed a new one off the shelf and replaced it while doing the fluids, with hopes there was an issue with the way that it was seating.
This man's tripping. Little oil leak. Tell him it's a 10% Cayenne.
We also took that time to throw in some Mollygen, with the idea that the green glow could help us spot the culprit of the leak. Mollygen will solve all of this.
Mollygen will literally fix this.
Now the next day, we began some of the actual work in the engine bay. This started with removing all the accessories up top, including the intake manifold and valve covers.
What do you see?
Not much, honestly.
Good.
I mean, we see some oil, which I think is probably either from the PCV or just the gaskets around the intake manifold. You can see there's a good amount of oil kind of around there, but I don't think that has anything to do with our oil leak because it doesn't look that bad. As with normal modern DI engines, not that this engine isn't modern, you're used to hearing about walnut blasting your valves and lots of carbon buildup, and this is no different. They look like they have 135,000 direct injection miles on them. A little toasty. Don't see coolant anywhere really. So kind of expected to see it all pulled up on the bottom here, and I really don't. I mean, that's good. It's one less thing to replace. But again, we're kind of looking for some smoking guns here.
Much later.
What's the update, Governor?
We're removing both valve covers right now, both to do the valve cover gaskets and the spark plug gaskets and vacuum pump. The rearmost bolts on both valve covers, which you can barely squeeze a finger into. So we're both at those bolts on each side. Likeliness of us stripping them pretty high. Likeliness of us not getting them out and getting pissed off, also pretty high.
I'm still waiting on the beer to show up.
Much later.
That's good. All right, Mike, what did you use? What was the play?
We used a 1/4-inch drive bit T40 with a baby wobble extension on a 1/4-inch ratchet, and we used a 13mm socket and an extension as our breaker bar to break the bolt free or strip it. We haven't seen it yet, so we're still gonna keep working at it. Oh baby!
I got it. I mean, this has obviously been replaced. There's blue RTV, which is not normal Porsche RTV. That said, these gaskets seem like they're probably replaced. So we've been talking about the valve or the vacuum pump all this time. You look down here at the vacuum pump, nice and sludgy underneath there. So feel pretty good about the fact that we're going to be replacing that, and that will hopefully get rid of our evap code finally, our P2404, which points to vacuum pump.
It's gonna look like we do all the wrenching on this thing.
Not what it's about, Mike. I do. Do you want to swap?
Nope.
We figured we'd get the camera rolling before we strip this bolt out. We've been going at this bolt for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I finally feel kind of confident with where I'm at on it, but the angle of this extension is not great. Teamwork makes a dream work. Of course, it's a team effort, dude. We're on it, all right? Just trying to break it with a little toothpick.
Hit it.
Yeah. It made the sound of breaking.
It did.
Let's freaking go, dude.
Let's freaking go, bro.
That's a huge win.
Oh baby! That's the last one?
That's the last one.
That's the last one.
Holy smokes.
Last one out, first one in.
With the valve covers off, we were able to get a good view of the vacuum pump situation. Now that we knew it was clearly leaking, it made even more sense to swap it out with a new one, especially with easy access to the bolts.
Which are still kind of hard to get even with everything off. You can see this concoction we've got going on here with a wobble head into a wobble extension into a wobble ratchet. It did break free though.
That broke free?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that. Is that your last one?
No, I still gotta get the one in the abyss.
1 hour later.
This is probably a lot cleaner because we already brake cleaned the crap out of it. All the holes are nice on this one.
No.
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfectly healthy.
Here's definitely leaking. I mean,
It's pretty flat comparatively. My good people. We're ready to install our new one. We cleaned up our mess. Got a little bit of oil dripping down the back of the block when the old one came out. So I'm gonna try to put this back in. I lined up the two ears on this gear so that it feeds itself back into the cam in the same position that our old one came out. And then we're gonna have to line up these bolt holes and get some bolts fed through it and torque it down. We're gonna try. I'm probably gonna drop this. We should have kept those pans in place.
Mike, you want to give a tidbit of what not to do when you pull a vacuum pump out?
Yeah, when you take an old vacuum pump out, don't instantly go to check it and spin it unless you want to suffer and figure out how to key in the new one.
Much later.
2 out of 3 is
bolt?
good, right?
Yeah.
2 out of 3 bolts. We don't need the bottom one. How you don't lose the bolt in case it doesn't get threaded in and makes it in the first time. I'm having deja vu. Like I've dreamt this before. Like I've done this, but I just don't remember what the end dream result was. Yeah, Mike, you won't be my optimistic guy? You're just not here for your technical ability. You're here for your optimism.
Is this still optimism?
You're here for your optimism, pizza, and beer.
Make sure when you're brake cleaning your valve cover, you let your friends know so they stop throwing their lunches on top of it. Stuff their lunch with is moved.
From there, we moved on to reassembly, starting with replacing all of the valve cover and spark plug gaskets. I went ahead and replaced the spark plug tube seals.
Which were honestly not the main worry, but the main culprit of some leakage.
We went ahead and did our other seal up here. I just forgot the
sensor?
name. Yeah. And then last I have this actual valve cover gasket to do. Before I put our new one in, I'm going to clean all these channels up. I'm going to get off all this old RTV.
Alright, one of the last things to do is prep the intake manifold. So we're removing the old gaskets, which are pretty stiff, pretty crappy. Clean up the bottom of the intake manifold as it's got a bunch of buildup and debris. And then this is ready to go back in. We can button up the rest of the engine. Okay, so I just finished buttoning up the engine, and I mean, for the most part, I left a few things off, like I didn't put the covers for the coil packs on because I know that I need to replace the O-ring. I had to order a new O-ring. Hope that we didn't mess something up. I don't think we did, but that said, going to start the engine, see how it sounds, let it run for a little bit, check for leaks, and go from there. Well, that's good. Looks like that piece of plastic, I thought that may have fallen into the head. Didn't. No sudden lockup of the cams. Another thing that we're pretty happy about. Yeah. I'm gonna probably put the car up, let it run for a little bit. Maybe our leak is taken care of. Maybe it was just a vacuum pump running down the back of the block. It's gonna be hard to tell. We're gonna need to drive the car some bit.
Later that same evening.
Look who's rolling up. Well, well, well. All changed up, looking fresh, nice dinner.
Yeah, I have to get dinner for myself. No freaking pizza, no freaking beer. You're lucky I came back.
Hear this? This is the freaking music of a fourth generation Porsche owner.
Can we afford this on YouTube?
I don't know if Beethoven's coming after people. We're kind of on the last leg for taking care of the problems. No more lean codes. I did have a check engine light in the middle of a safety pull, which I was just trying to see if I could get the engine codes to pop. And then just a bunch of chassis faults.
Which we're going to fix right now.
I still wouldn't go into sport mode. Oh yeah, and it's still leaking oil. We just want to get this thing down to North Carolina so we can put all the cool stuff on it.
We're coming Eurowise. It's just Ben and his trusty friend, the Autel, for the whole trip. No one else.
That's all I need. To me, when you start on projects, it's nice to do some easy things, right? So
we started with the hardest things first.
The oil leak is freaking me out, so I'm going to do the evap issue that I think this should take care of. You can see here that this is all cracked, the seal, so why not go grab a new one off the shelf? Definitely one of the bonuses of having an entire distribution center and working at FCPO right behind you.
You have that on the dash right there. That's going to go away with this new cap. Leave
Not
a
the
comment
fact that
below if you think Ben's going to solve all his worries with this fuel cap. Bam, baby. Oh, yeah.
One problem fixed.
Solved. What's next? We're going to work on trying to put that little rocker quarter piece on for Ben while he's having dinner. He's feeling a little bit down about the Cayenne and its potential trip to North Carolina. So I figured if he comes back and he sees that the rocker panel piece is back on, he might feel a little bit better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up these edges, and I'm going to try to use a little bit of two-step epoxy. Is that what you call it? Whatever, that's what we're going to call it. Lay a nice bead around it and see if we can glue it onto something. We got our rocker piece back in. At a quick glance, can't even tell if it's taped on. If you get up and close and personal, we get some race car style tape job going on here. I figured if it comes off, it'll be held on by one of these pieces. And if it comes off completely and it's gone, well then it's gone. Can't be worse. You're welcome, Ben.
Later that same evening.
Also, a cosmetic thing, we should probably finally epoxy that stupid side sill thing on.
What stupid side thing? This guy pays no attention to the work I do, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you taped it?
I mean, you had to look closely for it.
Oh my god.
That's a race car fix if I've ever seen one. How many times have you done this?
I was just gonna say, this is my least favorite. And the fact that I have to always look at this.
Why didn't we get a new one?
I don't know. Someone grab a part number on that, please.
I'm so sick of seeing this freaking cap. Every freaking DIY that we do. It's embarrassing. Look at that thing. That thing's drunk. Half of it's missing. Let me grab some water. Now, between you and I know that if Ben looks at that engine bay one more time and sees that cap, he's gonna freak out just the way I'm about to. But at the same time, if we just replace the cap, I mean, you saw how happy he was after seeing the fixed rocker panel. Just imagine how happy he's gonna feel when he sees a fresh cap on his windshield washer reservoir. So let's grab one. Oh yeah, baby. I think I figured out why the Cayenne's leaking.
Why?
I was thinking maybe it's from the people filling the oil and missing. You popped the hood, you saw what this looked like, and you've addressed almost everything but one thing, and it's just retaliating. You need this.
Oh, we actually stocked these?
Yeah.
Shit, thanks, dude.
You're welcome. You paid for it.
I was just about to say, it's like the cheapest thing that we've had to buy on this car, but definitely not. So the part of the plan we haven't talked about is that I may also pick up a new trailer while I'm down there. And I don't want to say like foreshadowing, but I could see us renting a truck and trailer this thing home.
You did it. One take. One shot.
Dude, this is an 11% Cayenne now. That looks so much. I can't believe. I don't know why they just checked the site to see if we had one. I was just like, there's no way we would stock that. Because it's so miscellaneous, but that looks damn good. We're taking small wins where we can get them.
The following Thursday.
All right, so we're about to start doing the stuff underneath the car to hopefully deal with our air suspension issue. I've got resident air suspension expert Kyle Baskin with me.
Cool. So everyone, let me take you onto the car for a moment. First thing that happened is he had an airline pop off of his air compressor. The Cayenne has a really cool system for tire inflation. There's a fitting right under the seat. It runs off the head of the compressor. So that fitting popped off. We got it back on. We also replaced the suspension compressor relay that was sticking, causing the compressor to run continuously. And the last problem that we have has to do with this guy right here that's called the air suspension valve block assembly. Ben's got some codes for implausible system pressures. The pressure sensor for the air suspension system is actually inside of this guy and located right behind the compressor over here. So that's what we're going to tackle today. And if you ever have to do your compressor, just a couple of bolts right here. Everything is super accessible.
It's not uncommon to have them electronically fail, and with the faulty readings that we were getting, it made sense that this was the culprit.
Dude, like me and electrical connectors, as long as I've come close, I'm going to say I have given up on jobs.
You watched any of our DIYs before?
Sometimes you just got to burn down the car.
Sometimes you gotta push them back in and push them and then pull them apart. Told you you'd get it.
Yeah, dude, I'm over electrical connectors. I just don't understand why they have to be such.
As long as you don't treat your piece like a piece, you'll be good. Oh, Jesus doesn't love you. Yeah, drop this guy down. Use the weight of the scissor jack.
Yeah, be real with me. How is this thing?
It's actually not at all. This is all very common. I got an old car kind of problems. That's all. Wait. Oh, I'm still on camera. I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Bye.
"48 hours later."
So remember that valve block we were excited about installing? And it did actually sort of fix some problems. We're undoing all of that. Now that the valve block was properly functioning and reading the correct level sensors to adjust, the tired old air compressor was simply not cut out for the job. All right.
Yeah, baby.
So we've got our old funky compressor. Looks like the OE unit.
Yeah.
Sysyem better it is, and we're gonna swap this out for our new Ep2 one.
Let's swap it out. Did you get any bushings? Good.
What is going on here?
It's torn.
You'll be right.
Yeah, I've seen worse. This is worse. This is now. And we got it. You ever watch my DIYs? I suggest you push on the thing, and pull out. Except this one doesn't want to.
Oh my god.
Alright, we got torque specs. They're in Spanish, don't worry, I'll translate.
Will you put us in sport mode?
Or will you leave us on the side of the road?
We swapped over brackets, bushings, and airlines to the new unit and reinstalled it on the car.
It's as far as the other one was in. Okay. Bam, baby. Nice, baby. Once that was in, we had officially taken care of the chassis system faults. And now we had a very happy, self-leveling, low or high Cayenne able and willing to go into sport mode. From here, things really started to look up and North Carolina was in our sights.
That looks better.
That looks much better.
Sometimes, you know,
Looks-
trying.
Looks Porsche.
You guys gotta give me one of those, man.
It's literally perfect.
How much does that thing cost?
Too much, pal. You gotta ask. It's too much. I just want to say this is the first time I've had pizza this whole freaking build series. Been doing this thing. I've been sleeping here for like 5 days straight. It's the first time I get fed, and it's the first time I get pizza. No beer though.
So I'm already slightly concerned because it passed the DME. I know I cleared these codes maybe 50 miles ago, but it's still kind of weird.
They have no codes?
Yeah. It's suspect. Doesn't make sense. I mean, I'll tell you one code I have.
What's that?
Freaking oil leak, dude. No code needed. Just eyeballs. Happy with the sound the compressor is making compared to the old one.
Yeah. It sounds fine.
Insert old compressor sound here.
Here, watch Will It Blend? It's literally what it sounded like, but underneath the Cayenne.
Level control fault. That's old.
The compressor sounds really good.
It does, I'm not gonna lie.
It
The
really
Wabco, fresh off the shelf, looked like $1 million. Sounds like $1 million. So far has pumped the car up like $1 million.
Right now, this thing is pumping like 100% Cayenne. I mean, say it's working like one. It's pumping it like one.
Ooh.
Oh, snap. Look at that, baby. That's a first.
Let's freaking go, dude.
All right, what do you say we put the skid plate back on, run the Autel with us, and rip this thing and see what happens. Oh man, dude, look at this thing. I don't think I've seen this much wheel well gap since 2008 when this thing was brand new back on the lot.
I know we weren't recording, but basically it went in and out of sport mode with no errors, which it would do occasionally before, but this seemed very casual, in and out. No chassis failures yet. Compressor still sounds good. We hit some speed bumps. We took it up to speed, in and out of modes. So far, so good. There's no doubt that that compressor was shot,
That thing was shot.
and that we just put in a brand new one.
It's ready to rock, baby.
Yeah, we're getting into better shape. So
All right.
she's coming back.
Good night, Cayenne.
All right,
Until-
hopefully next time we see you guys, we're not as tired and we're not sitting in the Cayenne in our parking lot. Instead, hopefully we are on the road somewhere, whether it's to make this thing an off-road beast or to head out west, or I don't know, doing something fun and not just trying to get it back.
Or
to
picking up food for real this time.
for real. That'd be nice. But all right, we're gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
If you guys have any of the similar problems on your Cayenne or have experienced them or have a similar oil leak and you figured it out, let us know, you know?
Or just let me know so I feel better about spending a bunch of money on this car.
It's fine. I told them it's fine. We'll get there, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's get started.